The story begins with a group of friends, all thrill seekers, who decide to explore an abandoned hospital on the outskirts of town. As they enter the dilapidated building, they feel a chill run down their spines, sensing that they are not alone. As they venture deeper into the hospital, strange occurrences begin to happen, and the group realizes that they are not just exploring an abandoned building but a haunted one. The hospital is described in detail. The halls are dark and foreboding, the walls peeling, and the floors creaking beneath their feet. They explore room after room, each one filled with discarded medical equipment, rusted beds, and other eerie remnants of a forgotten time. The air is thick with the smell of mold and decay. As the group continues to explore, they hear strange noises and see shadowy figures moving in the corners of their vision. The first encounter with a ghostly figure happens as they enter a room that seems to be untouched by time. In the center of the room, they see a woman dressed in a white gown, staring at them with hollow eyes. The group is frozen in fear, and as quickly as she appears, she disappears. As they continue to explore the hospital, they uncover the dark history of the place. They learn that the hospital was used to house patients with severe mental illness and that terrible things happened behind these walls. They discover that the woman they saw was one of the patients, who was known for her screams and eerie behavior. They also find journals and notes left behind by doctors and staff, detailing the inhumane experiments and treatments that were performed on the patients. The group begins to experience more frequent and terrifying encounters with the ghosts of the hospital. They hear screaming and laughter in the halls, and doors slam shut on their own. They start to feel like they are being watched at all times, and they can't shake the feeling that something is following them. As the group tries to leave the hospital, they find that the doors have been locked from the outside. They realize that they are trapped inside with the ghosts of the patients and staff. They make their way to the basement, hoping to find a way out, but instead, they find a room filled with medical equipment and supplies. In the center of the room is a table with restraints and straps. Suddenly, they hear footsteps and the sound of rattling chains. They turn to see a ghostly figure, dressed in a doctor's coat, approaching them with a chainsaw in hand. The group manages to break free from the restraints and make their way to the door, just as the ghostly doctor is about to attack them. They run through the hospital, chased by the ghosts of the patients and staff. As they reach the exit, they see the sun rising on the horizon. They push open the door and run out into the daylight, safe at last. The group leaves the hospital, shaken and terrified by what they have experienced. They vow never to return and warn others not to explore the abandoned hospital. As they drive away, they hear the sound of ghostly laughter and screaming, reminding them that the ghosts of the hospital will always be with them.